Marcus Rashford in tears speaks volumes as he announces Man United exit plan. Hello, welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest news from Manchester United. Marcus Rashford and Manchester United look set to part ways after a 19-year association following the England forward's admission that he's seeking a new challenge. It looks like Marcus Rashford's Manchester United career may be over, but not for a lack of love for the club. The 27-year-old dropped a bombshell on Tuesday by admitting he wanted a new challenge, opening the door for a shock January exit. It comes after he was sensationally dropped from the squad by Ruben Amorim ahead of Sunday's clash with Manchester City. Rashford has been with United since the age of 7, and while his sudden desire to leave may come as a surprise, it doesn't necessarily reflect his devotion or commitment to the Red Devils. Case in point, his reaction to United's FA Cup final triumph in May. After the game, Rashford uploaded a photo of himself in tears while applauding fans during the post-match celebrations on the Wembley turf, along with the caption, "People want to know what Man United means to me." The post reinforced the deep affection he has for his boyhood club and suggests that any future departure won't be driven by a lack of interest or motivation to help United reach the top again. Rashford was sent home from training on Monday and spent much of Tuesday visiting his old primary school, Button Lane, to hand out Christmas presents. There, he told journalist Henry Winter, "For me, personally, I think I'm ready for a new challenge and the next steps. When I leave, it's going to be no hard feelings. You're not going to have any negative comments from me about Manchester United. That's me as a person. If I know that a situation is already bad, I'm not going to make it worse. I've seen how other players have left in the past, and I don't want to be that person. When I leave, I'll make a statement, and it will be from me." When asked if he would always be a Red, he replied, "Yes, 100%. 100%. Reacting to Rashford's new challenge comments on Wednesday morning, Amorim insisted he wanted the forward to stay. "We have here a new challenge. It's a tough one. For me, it's the biggest challenge in football because we are in a difficult situation, and I already said this is one of the biggest clubs in the world," he said. "This is a really new challenge and the biggest one. I really hope all my players are ready for this new challenge. I've had not spoken to Rashford yet. Yesterday was a day off for the lads. He's our player and ready for the next game. I spoke with a lot of players individually during training sessions. What I want is to take the best Marcus Rashford, so I don't talk about the future, I just talk about the present. I want the best of each one of them, and that." Ange Postecoglou's statement makes feelings clear on Marcus Rashford transfer comments. Tottenham face Manchester United in the Carabao Cup on Thursday night, with Marcus Rashford's future making headlines after his Manchester Derby absence and subsequent comments on his future this week. Ange Postecoglou has claimed he has no interest in Marcus Rashford's future, as he urged Spurs fans to unite for the Carabao Cup quarter-final against Manchester United. The England star was dropped by Ruben Amorim for the Derby win on Sunday, and then announced he wants to leave the Old Trafford club on Tuesday. Manchester United travel to face Tottenham on Thursday night. And asked about Rashford's comments, the Aussie manager said, "No interest. Don't care. Not interested. He is a Manchester United player. A very good player. They have plenty of good players. But I manage my players, and other managers will manage their own players. In terms of Marcus' situation, I have no real desire to examine it any further. There's always noise about Manchester United. Come on, mate. Where have you been?" Rashford, who is on £300,000 a week, has limited options, and Tottenham do not appear to be among them. Asked if Spurs would bid for him in the January window, Postecoglou added, Mate, if I looked at everyone we were linked to, I would have no time to do anything else, to be honest. I have got other people to do that part of the process. For us, we've been pretty disciplined in what we're trying to build here and will continue to be so. That's not on my radar. You can ask me about Marcus, but you can ask me about every single Premier League footballer and I'll say the same thing." Tottenham eased the pressure on Postecoglou with a 5-0 win at Southampton on Sunday night, a defeat which cost Russell Martin his job. But the away Spurs support at St Mary's sang against chairman Daniel Levy, and a protest is planned against his reign before Sunday's Premier League clash with Liverpool. "That's for the supporters, mate," said the Aussie. I've said a million times, it's up to them to express what they want to express, but hopefully they got to enjoy the other night. It was a special performance, especially the first 45 minutes. Tomorrow night, I have spoken about the atmosphere at Ibrox and Galatasaray and how I'd like that to be our atmosphere because it would certainly help us overcome a tough opponent in a really big game. Spurs beat Manchester City at home 2-1 in the last round in October. That night against City, it was a big game for us and the whole atmosphere that night. The way we started, the way we played the whole night, Postecoglou recalled. City were good on the night as well, and it was a cracking game. It had a real cup atmosphere, and we're going to need that tomorrow night. We're going to need that energy. All these games tend to be pretty tight games, and if you get the energy of the crowd behind you, it can certainly lift the players and for us. Premier League manager responds to transfer availability of Man United's Marcus Rashford. Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford looks like he's going to be on the market soon, so it's not too surprising to see other managers being asked about him as an option. That question has now been put to Tottenham boss Ange Postecoglou, who instantly looked to distance himself and his club from a possible move for the England international. One imagines there are a few Spurs fans who'd take Rashford, who has had a great career in the Premier League, but it's also surely very premature to start talking about his next move. Arsenal to gamble on Marcus Rashford. Even if Rashford himself has come out and said in an interview with Henry Winter that he expects it's time for him to try a new challenge, Man United manager Ruben Amorim has suggested he'd like to keep the player and help him get back to his best. Ange Postecoglou won't be drawn into Marcus Rashford speculation. Postecoglou clearly wasn't in the mood to discuss a possible Spurs move for Rashford, as per Fabrizio Romano in the video below. Postecoglou might change his tune later on as we edge closer to January, but for now it's not surprising to see the Australian tactician do his best to dampen these links. In general, it will be interesting to see if THFC have a busy January, and one imagines there's surely a chance the North Londoners will be looking to strengthen their attack. Tottenham aren't having the best season, so there's surely work to be done on this squad, and there's surely a chance Rashford would view the move as a tempting challenge. The 27-year-old hasn't been at his best for a while now, but it could be that a change of scene is just what he needs, and the style of play at Tottenham looks like it could be a good fit for him. Tottenham. Ange Postecoglou responds to Marcus Rashford transfer links as new signing arrives. Tottenham head coach Ange Postecoglou says Marcus Rashford is not on my radar after the forward revealed he is ready for a new challenge away from Manchester United. Rashford suggested he is open to leaving his boyhood club in the wake of being dropped from the matchday squad by head coach Ruben Amorim for Sunday's 2-1 win over rivals Manchester City. Amorim has urged Rashford to embrace the biggest challenge of proving himself at United, but the club are expected to listen to offers for the 27-year-old in January, with his reported £325,000 a week wages likely to prove a major stumbling block for most potential suitors. Postecoglou, whose side host United in Thursday's Carabao Cup quarterfinal, has said there is no doubt Spurs need reinforcements in the final third, but played down interest in Rashford, pointedly saying the club would remain disciplined in their approach to squad building. Asked for his thoughts on Rashford's comments, Postecoglou replied, "I have no interest. I don't care. No interest. He's a Manchester United player. If I looked at everyone we were linked to, I would have no time to do anything else, to be honest," Postecoglou added when asked about historic links with Rashford. "I have got other people to do that part of the process. For us, we've been pretty disciplined in what we're trying to build here and will continue to be so." Asked if that was a no, Postecoglou added, "That's a not on my radar. You can ask me about Marcus, but you can ask me about every single Premier League footballer and I'll say the same thing." Spurs will boost their attacking options next month with the arrival of 18-year-old South Korean winger Min Hyuk-yong, who reported to the club on Tuesday and will officially join from Gangwon FC on January 1st. He has been in the building the last couple of days, sort of having a good look around, Postecoglou said of Yong, who is expected to need time to adapt to a new club, league and country. "Obviously we can't register him until January 1st, so he won't train with us, but I always feel it's good. I had this experience at Celtic with the Asian lads we brought in, the Japanese and Korean boys, bringing them in before Christmas, which allows them to settle in, especially off the field. That way, by the time we get to register them in a couple of weeks, they are already settled and can train fully. It's good to see him around." He has been doing some English lessons, which is great. He's already sort of conversing, and it's great to have him in the building. Thanks for watching.